Dmitry Kucherabi from Strasbourg, logging in for this live session. Our main intention of the live session is to answer your queries, either on discussion forums or the form that was circulated. We can answer that. I would say hello, Professor Dmitry, to our people.
In my case, I'd like to say good afternoon from Strasbourg. Okay, it's not good evening still here. I'm glad to join our team that deliver the course at NPTEL about technological forecasting for strategic decision making. As Professor Bala said, we are here for your questions. We had a very interesting live session last time with very interesting inputs, questions. So that's why I do not hesitate to try to clarify whatever interesting for you in connection, of course, with the strategic forecasting, technological strategic forecasting. We are not talking about, weather forecasting, not at all. We are not talking about demand forecast, which is very interesting subject. I'm working for supply chain research since 9 years. Okay, and with my students, we also doing demand forecast, but our course not about demand forecast, our course about technology forecast for strategic decision making. Means we tried in our course to make clear how to be reliable with a prediction of trajectories of technologies, how they are going to substitute each other, and how to use this knowledge in order to take a decision, strategic decision, which will be interesting for company in long term, not only in short term profit, but in the long term, because the big changes, we usually need time to be prepared, to prepare those big changes. So that's why we need to be capable to forecast well in advance to have this time. And we try to share in both of this course, we try to share with you the methodology and some models and some necessary knowledge in order to be capable to do this kind of educated decision making. What I'm talking about, just I can give you an example. Today we have even some implementation about electric cars. But if you are car making or some company who makes service for the cars, should you invest in this direction or not in a big scale? Even we have electric cars on the street, it's still open question. Why? Because according to our methodology, we said until certain technology pass 10% threshold on the market share, for instance, if you are talking about India, we are talking about, do we have more than 10% electric cars on the street in India? If not, this technology is still in the stage of invention. It's still not innovation. And when it passed through the 10% of market share, we said, okay, this technology becomes to be interested from business point of view because it has significant market share. Well, this is what we are elaborating in both of our course, how to predict which technology will pass through this threshold, infant mortality threshold, we name it like that, and which technology will not pass. And it is not the same answer for any country. Let me give you another example about electricity production. For instance, I'm working and living in France. Here, for national level, we have a 70% of electricity, more than 70% of electricity produced by nuclear power, which is not the case if I looked at the worldwide scale. In the worldwide scale, it's less than 10%. So in a worldwide scale, we can say that this production of electricity by nuclear power, this is not still innovation, it's still on the phase of invention, when in the particular country like France, we already profit from these decades. You see, our technology forecast has to be always not only answering question what, but also very precise with answering question where and when. This is what we name support for strategic decision-making in company. context. Well, so do we see some questions from our participants? Probably in YouTube or in Zoom. I don't see participants, but can you see in Zoom? In YouTube, do we have some students?
No, I don't see any questions on YouTube either. Neither are they on Zoom or discussion forum or the form that was circulated. I just want to close this session saying that we are open to answering questions, queries on any of the platforms, one being discussion forum on your which is associated with your course. If you click on Q&A, you can ask a question on any of the course content that you have. It could be a practitioner question saying, I don't know how to start with, where I don't know where to start applying technology forecasting in my business. I have seen what you guys have shown, what is in the course material, but I have no clue where to start. Great question. Everybody had it. I had it when I started out. So this could be a question you want to ask, and we'll be very happy to answer that as well. Two, practitioner level saying, hey, I got data, I have time series, I've applied this, but what I expect and what is coming out is very different. Those could be some of the questions that you could ask. And we have also, I mean, this is a two-way street. We have also learned quite a bit from our learners, from all the questions that you asked. And we've actually tried to enhance the content. We've made new content which should be available in the next iteration of this course and will benefit you as well. We will definitely share them with past learners, which is yourselves, so that you can benefit from that as well. So I want to close this session by saying that for 500 odd of people who have registered for the exams, we have a dedicated session on March 14th at, if I'm not wrong, around, let me just check my calendar and give you the correct time. It's at 4:30 p.m. India time. We have a live session dedicated to answering your queries or giving you a gist of what the exams and the format of the exams will be. So that will answer, it will be directly in line with your preparation for these exams. What should you do and what should you not do? Kind of guidance. We will not reveal the questions. We will not discuss the questions that are there going to appear in the exam, of course. However, we will do our best to make sure that you're comfortable with the format of the exam itself and what you can expect in terms of the types of questions and the length of the exam paper and all those details. We'll cover it on March 14th, 4:30 p.m. India time. That's when we will see you next. I suppose that's all we have for today, Dimitri. Thanks for your time. Thanks to the NPTEL team for your support. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.
See you next time. Bye. Bye, everyone.